Yeah, Frank's is good.
It is. Okay, I'm gonna have you sign a consent form that says Medicare pays for my visit and there's no charge. So you can, like, just like Amanda, you can, let's move this thumb and that's, okay, now you can sign on there. It doesn't like it when you're, that part of your finger?
Oh, okay.
There, I make you jump through enough hoops, don't I?
Yes.
Nope, it's beautiful. Perfect. These are not easy ways to sign your name. So, I'm the social worker, so it's an easy visit. I just visit and see if there aren't any resources that are available to make things easier.
Cool.
And you don't have to wear a mask with me.
Okay.
So I have my mask on, that you're in your
Okay.
home.
Yeah, okay. That way we can hear you better.
Please
Talk better.
just be comfortable.
Okay,
and
good, good.
I'm not that paranoid person. So,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to give you guys a senior information guide that
Okay.
has good general information of what's available in the community. Okay. And how are you feeling?
I'm doing good.
Good. You look good.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, 57 years.
Oh my gosh.
Today.
Wow.
I'm ready to have another 30 maybe.
Yep, there you go. I like the way you think. All right. So I'm not going to go through the whole binder. Don't worry.
Okay.
I won't be here with you, eating with you at Frank's. So,
She's like, darn it.
yeah. Dang it. Yeah. Have you guys done the power of attorney for healthcare, advanced healthcare directive?
Yes, they have one in place.
Okay, perfect. And do you have a copy of it?
I don't have it. I don't know if they have.
Do
Do you have a copy here, Dad?
No, Valerie took it.
Okay, so one of the other sisters has it.
Okay, okay.
So just so you know, there's 6 daughters.
Okay,
There's 3 of us that live up here in the Central Coast, and then there's 3 that live in Southern California.
okay,
So I'm usually going to be the contact person making the appointments and, you know, things like that. And then the other 2 sisters also help when they can.
okay,
And then they're involved with the planning and the financial and
Okay.
things like that.
okay, perfect. So whoever is on the advance directive as the
Mhm.
agent, make sure that they have a copy of that advance directive.
Okay, so they need one there. She needs to keep one, and they need to keep one here, or
You know, as long as the agent has it, it's good if you guys ever go into the hospital, that somebody local can take that with them,
Okay,
so
yes.
it can be put in, and that way, if usually there's only 3 people that are put on it.
yes.
But what happens is once they get it scanned into the file, you don't have to keep taking it back.
Okay,
But if somebody calls and says, hey, you know, how's my mom doing? They need that permission because of HIPAA.
yes.
So I always say, if you're on it, keep a copy of it in your glove box. If there's an
Okay.
emergency, you have it.
Okay,
All these hoops you have to jump through.
yeah.
Hello.
Happy anniversary!
Thank you.
One of the
Did they?
Anniversary! Happy anniversary!
Oh,
She's singing.
are you singing?
Yes,
Good.
58 years today.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and so I'm Flo.
Nice to meet you, Flo.
Nice to meet you too. So are you gonna need are you gonna do also like come out once a week
Oh,
or okay?
Usually I make one visit.
Okay.
You know, unless they need
okay.
more, or and I'm
right.
always available by
So you
telephone.
have-
Okay,
you have
perfect.
it yet?
Because I know you have a life also.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And
Alrighty, we got the
and
kettle
usually
ready for you.
I get all my information out, and then what you guys do with it,
Thank you very
you know,
much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
is great.
All
Okay.
right, love you. All right, thank you, Vinny. You have a good one. No.
I have a feeling you're gonna get a lot of those calls today.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of calls
Hey,
today.
Vinny.
she wants to
Watch
know
out
we're
for-
gonna go dancing.
Watch out for them big needles, they're gonna stick in your eyeball.
Go to dancing.
Yeah.
during the week.
So how
Oh,
hot is it up there in North County?
It
You
was
guys take care,
only
okay? We
80
got
degrees
company.
when I left, but it
All right.
was
Love ya.
Sunday it was 107. I don't even think I looked at the temperature yesterday, and I just kept my air conditioner on all last night.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
my
I think it got down into the 80s.
Oh,
About
my
80
goodness.
was the lowest
Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
yeah.
it got. So my house didn't cool off from the 107 when because usually at night I open everything up and it cools off.
Yeah.
But it didn't, so I
It
just
didn't.
left all the air conditioning on.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I think it's supposed to be like 112 today, and then
Oh my
hopefully
gosh,
it cools
wow.
off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We don't have many days like that,
Yeah.
but I don't like.
Yeah.
Well, hang around here until it cools on, then go back home.
Yes, yeah. In fact, Sunday night we came here and had dinner over at Brooks
Uh-huh.
and ate outside.
That's where we eat too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Brooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we eat there too.
So we came to Brooks and then when we got home it dropped, maybe 3 degrees.
Yeah. Just 3, right?
Ooh.
So it's been warm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I take my plants out, put them
Back
under,
in.
Yeah.
Right.
You got any pets?
I do. I have 3 dogs.
So you bring them in and bring them.
They have a dog door. They go in and out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They're they let me live with them. Yeah. Yeah.
It's their world, not yours, right?
You're funny.
Oh gosh.
Now, would you benefit from grab bars in your shower? Do you guys need any grab bars in your shower?
I don't think so. That's it.
I'm okay.
Probably not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, probably not
Okay.
yet.
Now, is it a tub and shower?
Tubby shower.
Okay. When you step in, would it benefit you to have a bar there to step over and be safe getting into that tub, into the shower?
Well, so far I haven't felt that I need it.
Okay.
But maybe in the future.
I could make a referral to Community Action Partnership and they could put it in,
Mm-hmm.
and that way you're not waiting for
Okay.
the future.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And they install them for free.
okay.
So,
Perfect.
so I'm gonna make a referral to Community Action Partnership. Flo, I'm
Okay.
gonna give them your number.
Yes, please.
And then they'll call you. There may be a little bit of a wait, and
Okay.
being that you're not, it's
Yeah.
not emergency to get them.
Mhm.
But if you wait till the last minute, then
Okay.
you're gonna pay too much.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And is your is it tile or fiberglass?
Tile.
Tile. Okay. Do you think in the future having one on the inside would be good too?
Would they do both?
Well, she's not handicapped,
Well,
but
you don't have to
uh,
be.
good.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't hurt.
And do you have a handheld shower head?
No.
Do you want one?
I don't think you don't need one. She doesn't shower. She's a bath
She
person.
takes a
Okay.
bath.
Okay. So
So-
one on the inside might be good when you're getting up to keep you
Okay.
safe. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So in the future, if you want a handheld shower head, they can do that too.
Okay.
Okay. And how are you guys doing with meals? Are you doing okay with
We're doing good.
meals? Okay.
We're doing real good.
Okay, good, good. And in the future, if you ever, like if one of you guys, something happens, somebody has to go to the hospital or something, although you have good family, Meals That Connect can deliver a hot meal. It's not gonna be as good as what you guys cook,
Mm-hmm.
but, it is kind of an option if you ever
If we
need
get down that
anything
road,
like
yeah.
All right.
You don't need anything like that now,
No.
but
No.
I'll give you a little flyer, and then
Okay.
that way you have their contact
Can you give us a
information.
menu?
They give you a menu. Yes, they will give you a menu because it changes all the time,
Yeah.
and it's not a big meal, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they've gotten better over the years. I know at the beginning it was like my patients would say, I wouldn't feed my animals that. And,
Yeah.
You know, and I'd look at it and I'd say, do you know what that is? And, you know, but
Yeah.
it's gotten much better. But
Yeah.
it's still kind of cafeteria food.
Basic,
you know?
yeah, just basic, yeah.
Yeah.
Nourishment.
Yeah. So, and I always tell my patients to put, the reason why it's bland is because they don't use a lot of seasoning. So I just say
Yeah.
add a little salt and
Add some
pepper.
salt.
Yeah.
Add some salt.
So, yeah, add salt.
Yeah.
If you can. Now, are you guys live in a nice climate. You aren't keeping the house warmer or cooler for your healthcare needs, are you?
Mm-mm.
No.
I haven't
No.
had to.
Okay.
Currently not, no.
Okay.
Only of course it's when it gets to be pretty cold, you know.
Yeah.
It hasn't been, you know.
No,
for a long time.
Okay. Because there's the medical baseline if ever, you know, something
Okay.
happens where they have to keep it warmer or cooler, the medical baseline will, it's not low income. What it is, you know how you have a baseline and PG&E is a tiered rate.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you go over that baseline like I'm going to with all my
Yeah.
electric. They're going to double, triple, or quadruple your kilowatt charge. This makes
Yeah.
it a lot bigger before they do that.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, perfect.
And it's through gas and electric.
Okay.
Okay.
Caregivers, you don't need caregivers yet.
No. So at the moment, what we discussed with them is, they're, my dad kind of does little jobs here and there. They
Okay.
obviously he is retired, and so one of the concerns that we had was that when he would go to do those jobs and he was leaving her here, but when he goes out of town,
Right.
like San Luis or Santa Maria, he's bringing her with him,
Okay.
and then if he does something locally, she'll be here. And
Okay.
we've kind of alerted each other that we know that mom's home now by herself.
Okay.
Each of us will kind of take a turn to call her now,
Okay.
make sure she's okay,
Okay.
and then if she goes down for a nap, she lets him know, and
Okay.
then what we'll probably instruct her is that let him know and let me know. I'm pretty much the one that everybody's going to be checking in with,
Okay.
and then I just shoot a text out to everybody. Mom's by herself, call her, or she's napping, call her in a half an hour or whatever.
Perfect.
So we kind of talked about that. We don't really feel like she needs anybody in the home right now.
Okay, good.
But we know that as time goes by
Mhm.
and things progress, that we're prepared to look at some options
Good.
that come up as that time passes.
Okay, good. So when you're here alone, what is the number to call if there is an emergency?
Well, it would be her.
Okay.
Lorinda.
Uh-huh.
Because, or either her or another daughter that lives in Santa Maria.
Okay.
Because I have one that working in San Luis,
Okay.
and she's working, so I don't
Sure.
bother her.
Sure. And how do you find their phone numbers?
I have it memorized, and they're also in the phone book. In
Okay.
that little telephone book.
Okie doke. Can you tell me Florinda's number?
Florinda's number is she told me.
Now that I have you on the spot.
Yeah.
Okay, Florinda's is 748-4218.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right.
And do
Yeah.
you have to dial any numbers before that now because we can't just dial a regular number?
No, let me see. She doesn't have a cell phone that I know, so I
Okay.
just called her at her. Well, that's the phone that I.
Yeah,
called.
I call my cell phone.
You have to do 805 before that?
Yes,
Okay.
805.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And say, what if there was a fire? What number would you call?
Well, I would. I don't think I have it in my little book, but I go and look in the yellow pages.
Is there an emergency number that you would call?
Yes,
What's that number?
Valerie in San Luis, 543-0210.
Okay, what about 911?
Yeah, okay, just 911.
Uh-huh.
Call 911.
Okay. So you may want to put that number on like the refrigerator
Okay,
and kind of reinforce that if there is an emergency and by any means one of the family, just to kind of reinforce.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's an important number to remember.
Yes.
Yeah, if somebody's busy and just happens to miss your call for that second.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
Okay.
I say if you're prepared, you never need it.
Yeah.
That's right.
In the future, there is respite care.
Okay.
That would be good for your dad and kind of relieve. And it would be just somebody who could come hang out with you once a week while your husband does his jobs because that's good for his psychological and kind of gives you a
Therapy.
Yeah, it is therapy. It really is. That's how we take care of you.
Yeah.
One is Coast Caregiver Resource Center.
Okay.
They have a respite care grant that is right about 48 hours. And what they do is they will give you that respite care grant and you use it 4 hours at a time. And then somebody will be here to hang out with you and you can watch a movie, you can do different things, they can help run the vacuum for you. There's little different things that they can do.
Okay. Yeah, so what we're working on would be for the daughters that are here, we're basically working on being the respite care.
Okay.
Because I don't work.
Good. And that gives you
Yeah,
a good time
so
with your mom.
I'm flexible.
Yes.
My other sister that lives in Santa Maria, Tracy, she's retired.
Okay, good.
And then no kids. And then the sister Valerie, she still works Monday through Friday. So
Okay, perfect.
she tries to come on weekends and evenings.
Okay.
Stop by and give them some food or something.
Okay.
So we're kind of starting to see what's gonna be needed from us
Right.
that live locally.
Right.
And then everybody's just kind of saying, well, I'm going to take mom food today, or I'm going to take
Good.
them out to eat, or
Good.
what have you. Or so we're talking about maybe they want to take a trip to visit one of the other girls or the other girls down south.
Yeah.
So we're kind of working on that right now.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Don't-
Six girls, so.
Yeah.
Poor honey.
I was gonna say you lived with 7 women.
I never won a battle.
Yeah.
Never.
At least he admits it. No.
Never won a battle. I still got pantyhose burning on my neck here.
Trying to get in the
And
shower.
you survived.
I did.
I take my hat off to you.
And he's very loved by my daughters. And I
Yeah.
said, well, I can understand
When?
because
He's like, nobody told me that.
the other one sent money the other day for grocery. We wanted to buy something different,
Uh-huh.
And then your anniversary's coming up. I'm dying to go and check the mail,
Yes. Yeah. Well, you guys are delightful, and I can tell how well you took care of your family because they're all here stepping up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yes, yeah. Handicap placard. Do you guys need you're pretty agile still.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So the way what the driving situation is now is, he's taking her with him.
Yeah.
To the stores. I
Yeah.
think was it one day last week you let her go to the store by herself, and then you afterwards you kind of rethought it a little bit.
I don't know what day it was.
She's not
It was
driving out
later
of
on
town.
in-
just
It was
locally.
later on in the afternoon, and I said, "Oh man, I should have gone with it because
Just a Walmart,
forget.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying."
know.
I'm driving out of town just so he won't
Okay.
worry.
Okay.
Right.
is there a way? Is there some point in time where she says to stop driving, for her to stop driving, or
Yes. And so here is my concern. When you have some changes in the brain, when you get a little forgetful, we do not know when that message forgets to go where it needs to go in your brain. So I have a friend, and he has some memory loss, and he went to go visit a friend and remembered where they lived out of town and out in the country. And so he went to see them, and then he stopped and got gas, got a little turned around, and went back to their house because he wasn't sure if he had really visited them or not. So sometimes that message kind of gets lost, and I can tell you I've done this. I've gone to go see a patient, start thinking about something else, and there went my exit. You know, it was like, oh darn it.
Yeah.
So that is my concern, is if even though these are regular routines for you, sometimes we can get easily distracted, and then we may forget, make a turn, and get lost. So that is my concern.
So she did have something like that happen to her earlier this year, when one of the older sisters came to visit, and my mom had an eye appointment,
Right.
and so my sister accompanied her, and my mom drove, and then my mom couldn't remember where the eye doctor was.
Right.
And so that particular day, when we gathered all the feedback, was that when she was going to the eye doctor, it had been, I think, was it a year that you hadn't seen him? And then she took a different route that she
Right.
normally wouldn't take.
Right.
And so when they finally couldn't find it, they pulled over, and then they called and got the address, and then they were able to get where they
Right.
needed to go. But just
Right.
so she was like, didn't remember where the office was.
Sure. And when what happens is you start to get anxious a little bit when you can't find it, and that's when once you get anxious, sometimes that logical thought process, of stopping and it doesn't happen as much.
Yeah.
So you get a little anxious because you can't find it, or that is my concern. If something like a detour, road work, something like that happens even locally, my concern is getting lost.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot.
Right. So her
After that,
uh-huh.
I did tell him to take me to that appointment. It's a dental appointment.
Yeah, good.
He took me, because I better not chance that.
Yes, exactly.
Just here local,
So I, driving is okay, but I'd like you to have somebody with you. That way if you get turned around, they can say, oh yeah, I recognize where we are, turn right, turn left. Because there's a lot of road construction and things that is happening now, and it's easy to get lost or get turned around. So, it may be the time where, yes, you can still drive, but maybe take your husband or one of your daughters.
And just
What
have him drive.
what about accidents? Do dementia people they get into accidents?
Yeah. Because sometimes if they change, like for say a road construction or something like that, that is new information that has to be processed quickly. And sometimes that message does not get from the brain to the hands or the feet quick enough. Because so with changes in the brain, what happens is you have your two hemispheres, and this is the most basic
yes.
basic explanation. With people who are getting dementia or have it, there's little spots in the brain that are no longer working. It's like a little black spot there when it shows up on the scans. basic, we have neurons and synapses that those messages travel on.
Mm-hmm.
And like my brain is telling my fingers to move. Sometimes that message will go, it'll hit that spot that is no longer working, and it doesn't make that connection.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if there is an emergency, we don't know if that message will make that connection quick enough or at all.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
And right now, your brain is working well, you know, so when it's kind of nice to start changes while you still understand.
Mm-hmm.
It
Right.
makes it much easier.
Mm-hmm. Right. So then probably, so Dad, she had asked about the placard. What did you call that?
Handicap
Handicap
placard.
placard.
Mhm.
How do you feel about getting that?
Hey,
So it just makes you closer to
It
store, less walking,
does.
less.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Because sometimes, like my patients, you use all that energy to walk into the store. That way you can park up close and you guys can
Yeah.
use that energy inside the
Mhm.
store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Doctor needs to sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the DMV is not making any appointments because I have to renew my license, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an address on the bottom of the first page.
Okay, yes.
Just mail it in once the doctor has signed it.
Okay. Perfect.
And
you
then-
get it automatically,
They'll renew it every year, every 2 years automatically.
but the placard,
They'll mail it to you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it goes with your wife anywhere she goes. So if she goes with Flo, she takes the placard, you put it in your window.
Okay.
The window, yeah.
So you can put it in your purse in whatever vehicle you're in, you use it.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So then, as far as the driving thing goes, you know, she's not really driving anywhere by herself, right?
Hardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not unless she wants. What can I say? She wants it right now. You know, then she'll
Want something to go get.
But
Yeah.
she hasn't been driving at all. She's
Okay.
That's good.
been driving at all.
And you know, doctors are real hesitant to stop drivers' licenses, but I did have a patient who I called the doctor a couple of times concerned about driving, and he went off the road and hit a tree. So you know, like I say, that emergency, that immediate response, and there's a lot of crazy idiots driving on the road. So
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
best,
Yes,
for your safety.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So then, I guess between them two, because I've been coming out once or twice a week to meet with you guys, and then
Right.
the other sister comes and brings food and
Right.
other items, and then but as far as us taking her anywhere, we really don't take her to the store, you know, because we're trying to bring them stuff so
Right.
to keep them from going out.
Exactly.
But we know that there's times they are going to go out and grab something to eat,
Yes.
and then, you know, so it's preferable, Dad, that you guys go together, and that you
Yes.
don't let her go if she wants it right now. Well, you'll have to take her to get it right then, is what it comes
Yeah.
down to.
We'll make a point of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most
That.
of the time we have some lunch and she say, oh well, you know, I need some stuff from the store, and while we after lunch we stop
Yeah.
by and pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, because otherwise you're just gonna you'll just go crazy. You have to have some normal still in your life,
Yeah.
even though we have crazy times.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and just when you go to the store, wear your mask. You know,
Mhm.
make sure when you get home, wash your hands with soap and
Yeah.
water.
Mhm.
Sing the birthday song, wash your hands
Yeah.
for 20
Yeah.
seconds, you know, because 20 seconds is a long time, you know,
Yeah.
if you think about it, you know, and then you're going to be okay. You know, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes. I never knew how much I touched my face and eyes until this virus thing came out.
Yeah.
So, so I've had to learn not to do that. Yeah.
We were gonna have a family in Fresno,
Uh-huh.
and one of my sister's grandkid, two grandsons, one great grandson and
Uh-huh.
one great grandson and one great grandson. They wanted to come and shower here, and my husband says no, because you could have picked something along the way,
Yeah.
because they were in the beach in
Yeah.
Fresno.
Yeah.
So I felt kind of bad, but I go, well, he's right. You know,
Yeah.
They could bring something to us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Right now, it's better to be safe than
Mhm.
sorry.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, so like I say, you can't take all the normal away. You guys have to have some.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll affect you psychologically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but yes, but sometimes we feel, what I want you to do now is sometimes you have that urgency, I need it now. And sometimes you might have to wait for an hour for your husband or one of your daughters. So I'm going to try to ask you to be, you know, just try to remind yourself, okay, I need this now, so I'm going to tell everybody, and then I'll get there today.
Yeah, I'm usually very patient because I was born in May. I don't know if that's May the
Watch it.
7th.
May the 7th. Well, you had to be patient. You had 6 daughters.
And my birth is May the 8th.
Oh,
So
really?
he's the opposite. He's the patient.
Uh-huh. So you guys can celebrate a whole week.
Yeah.
No.
Legitimately.
She takes precedent. They forget mine.
Oh no.
I'll call Adult Protective Services.
The girls have him in the palm of their hand. So he's
Yeah.
very, very blessed. I said, I bet you my girls love him more than me. I said,
I don't think
I mean,
so.
I remember loving my dad more than my mom, so
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
Yeah.
You're so
It's
funny.
just different.
Donna, he's so funny. He'll be here all week.
All right. Can you guys think of help with anything that I have not covered?
Nope, I think that's.
No, that's it.
I guess we'll write questions as they arise, and then if we need a call, then I don't know if you have a card
I
or you have
do.
some stuff.
I will, because my little slot is empty. I'll pop out to my car before I leave, and I'll
Okay.
bring you a couple of cards.
Okay,
I'll
good.
leave one for both of you,
All right,
and
good.
then please call me if you do have any
Okay.
questions.
And then, do you have my contact information?
I do. I think I scheduled with you, didn't I? Last week.
It was Tracy that you scheduled with.
Okay. No, I need your
Okay.
and Flo. What's your last name?
I'll spell it to you: S as in Sam, J-O, S as in Sam, T-E-D-T, and that's pronounced Shosted.
T-E-D-T.
T. Mm-hmm.
I wonder why you spell it.